Zukov, what is that? What do you have in your mouth? Drop it. Drop it. I want to fucking know what that... Drop it. Dude. What is that? Drop it right now. Right now, dude. Drop it. Drop it. Fuck you, dude. Hey. Come here. Drop it. Oh, it's a rawhide. Okay, here's a fresh treat. How about that? There you go. Yeah, don't need that gross ass rawhide. No. Alright, about that.
Hi, is it cool if she uses your bathroom?
Hmm?
It's cool if she uses the bathroom?
Well, she has... Sure.
Yeah, come on.
You gotta go.
Well, I thought I would ask first. I don't assume it.
What, you gotta go like a savage, go out there in the fucking bush. That's how you do it. Gotta do it unlike these civilized folk. You gotta go out in the bush, find a tree. That's how you do it. I gotta put my clean stuff away. Cute. Did a little shoddy maintenance. And before I was doing things, and then it started raining. I just kind of went, oh no, it's raining. Oh shit. Alright. Piss on a bush like a man. Exactly. Well, I guess it's a woman in this case. Yeah, where it's just like, oh shit, you know? You're gonna have to pop a squat like a woman. Piss on bush. You better man just dominate that bush or squat it. Sit on that motherfucker. Also, I woke up in a little bit of a tizzy though, not even gonna lie. Because this fucking freezer was like slowly melting, ice out. I was like, what the fuck is going on with that? Red flag alert, like immediately, because I have meats in there that I'm freezing that I've had there for a while that are still very well good. So I immediately escorted those into a proper freezer that's working right now. And luckily I've actually figured it out now at this point, but I was just like, yo, because I saw like a little driplet of water on the ground. I was like, what the fuck is this? And it's because my fucking dad keeps like unplugging like outlets in here for some reason. Like, I don't know what his like shtick is now. He wants to unplug outlets.
I don't know what he's thinking about, but I'm going this way, so it's not about me.
It's not about you. It's my pops. He keeps unplugging outlets, so this freezer keeps getting turned off and shit. I found out what the solution is. I replugged it in, so it should be on now and refreezing. But
oh, was I right? Did he unplug it?
Yeah. So there's you see this big ass green cord that's now going over to that outlet next to that door?
Yeah.
He used to have it plugged in there, and every night before he go to bed, he unplugs it every fucking time. And the outlet to the freezer is to the one over there, but that one is connected to that one due to the weird vigmaroo of all the outlets. Like, so I mean,
you can't use the outlets over there because I blew
that one blew it, yeah.
And I can't figure out how to. I don't know which breaker your dad has that shit on. So
man, dude, he's so fucking like, I don't even know, dude.
Your dad's weird, bro.
He is.
I'm pretty sure this shit is probably jerry-rigged to hell.
Yeah, you think? Yeah, a lot. I made deer jerky this morning. It's fucking delicious. Ooh. Oh, that sounds good. That does sound pretty good, if I do say so myself. Alright, where does Zukov go? I'm just kind of letting him be outside because they're here, so I'm not too worried about it, really. But I have that instinct of just like, he's not here. He's not in this current vicinity. That seems to be the reflecting, y'all. And you know what? There's also a red flag is me forgetting to charge it for in here for my phone. But I won't worry about that. Not right now. Dipping in teriyaki sauce for the extra chef kiss. Ooh. I'm a little weird because I feel like teriyaki's overrated. Okay, what in the fuck is going on today? I just got 2 fucking notifications and they're literally half an hour old saying World War III, it's happening. Ah! Why is this the case right now? So one's a Vosh clip, I'm going to fucking hate that. And 2 is a Kyle clip, which I'm not gonna hate, probably. Something is happening in Ukraine, apparently. As it always is. Like, there's been something happening in Ukraine since the goddamn 40s at this point. Like, I mean, for real. Like, Ukraine's always been, like, at this point, like a geopolitical chess piece. I mean, I was kind of talking about it Fornax the other day, or last night. It's just like, I mean, like fundamentally, like, Ukraine and a lot of different frontline factions that are in the conflict there are just all propped up in a big old fucking proxy war between the big 2 superpowers. I mean, that's all what it is. And so unfortunately, the people, Ukrainian, Russian, and otherwise, have to fucking, you know, be suffering in the muck of it all. So, it's like, go fucking figure. Which is why I'm so gung-ho for being against this shit from the jump. Especially when it comes to an actual military conflict like this. Well, I should just honestly say a fucking war like this. Because, yeah, like, it methinks, you know, like, there's plenty of other issues that need dire addressal than just like, yo, World War III, fam. Let's do that. We haven't had one of those in a good fat minute. It's like, Jesus Christ. Ukraine historically has been oppressed by Russia. It's really surprised they... Is it really surprised they turned to us? No. I mean, also, like, with that, I mean, it's... Ukraine's also just been a political pawn piece for the Europe as well, not just for the United States. I mean, when it comes to these broader implications, because they understand that, you know, the Ukrainian people are, you know, used as kind of a pawn piece. I mean, they're part of that problem, and they're like, hey, we won't use you as a pawn piece. We'll help you all be uplifting as long as you, you know, join us, join NATO, or whatever the fuck. And it's like, maybe on some surface level that might be true, but it's like, it's not under the guise of helping the Ukrainian people. It's to bolster the power of the big superpowers that are competing against each other for dominance. Like, that's really what it's fundamentally about. Like, that's why I get so, I guess, triggered, for lack of better words, or just pissed in general, and frustrated. So, you know, all, and angsty, all those words, you know. When it comes to lefties about this shit, because, like, you really think being played like a fucking fiddle for the other end of this whole superpower, like, political chess piece maneuvering is, like, doing any favors for anybody? Aside for the people up top? Including Putin himself, too? Even if you're so gung-ho against him? Because he benefits from shit, too. He's a part of the, you know, big heads, you know, heads of the owner class and shit of the world. He just has his own little clique, because he's his own little mafioso boss in Russia. Just as much as the U.S. has their own little mafia family, with their little clienteles and little vassal heads of the family, you know, in different little client states. I mean, hell, like, the CIA is pretty open about, you know, trying to have at least one CIA operative in every country possible. And at least have an operation of some form or another in every fucking country. Especially in superpower nations like Russia. Like, I guarantee you they have at least 1,000 agents scattered throughout Russia, you know, trying to stir shit up. Just the CIA alone. Just separate from the actual, like, government. Like, honestly, the CIA is its own separate entity outside of the United States government, you know, for all intents and purposes. Mafia red state, basically. Yeah. I mean, fuck, I'd say that even for the Soviet Union. I mean, you think like some of the leaders, especially Stalin onward, are somehow like better by any means. Where do you think fucking Putin gets a lot of his tactics and strategies from? He used to be former KGB. Want the fascists kill each other, then swoop in and deal with the winner. I mean, I guess. I'm not really too keen on let's swoop in and take the winner, deal with them, it's because, I mean, at that point, you're just kind of, taking the spoils of the war that wasn't even yours in the fucking first place. I think Gorbachev had good ideas while he ran the Union. Well, yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna say that, like, they were all just, like, these horrible fucks. Like, Gorbachev was, I mean, out of all the, Soviet leaders, wasn't the worst. Wasn't he kind of the more, like, he was the one who was a lot more accepting of capitalistic influence and shit, because McDonald's advertisement, like, that infamous thing, like, there's a lot of things about him that kind of helped the Soviet Union become a little bit more, like, I guess, neutral for its inevitable downfall. He used to do what Dry did by revamping the economy. Yeah. Hence, a lot of the different things like the, whatchamacallit, like his McDonald's ad and let McDonald's, come into the Soviet Union. Because that's like the biggest thing that, people go to. Because it was the case. He only did it to, only he did it too fast and the system collapsed. Yeah. Of course, in hindsight. Yeah, I'm gonna look at Ukraine and see what's going on. Because honestly, the last thing I saw was last night, and it was basically Putin saying that he oh, so yeah, that is what's going on. He recognizes the two separatist states, Luhansk and Donetsk. I thought he already recognized them. You will recognize the separatists in Ukraine. Well, okay, whatever. I thought he already did, just not formally. Oh, you snuck in here. Hey, bud. Hey, big boy. He's so goofy. Honestly, I'm just like still not surprised with this whole like mass tension, even though it's just like, well, you recognize the two separate states, even though they were already kind of recognized essentially. I mean, as far as it's like Russia's standpoint with it. Get all the ethnic Russian races in Ukraine absorbed into Russia. Well, yeah, like that's kind of the whole broader goal. I know there's like a name for it. I think it's like Novorossiya, I think, which is like New Russia, which is basically these separatist states in not just Ukraine, but also in like other places that have Russian minorities too, which of course borders all around Russia, in places like Crimea and eastern Ukraine shit. So the whole idea is that a lot of these Russian separatists, which also are neo-Nazis too, tend to be fucking very hyper gun-ho about wanting to separate from whatever their current state is and eventually be a temporary separatist state and then absorb into Russia. Because I think the head of the guy who's technically the leader of the Donetsk Republic, he came out and said that, yeah, we're not like gonna be an independent state for long. Like, we're only like this for a while. We're gonna be Russia eventually. Like, that was pretty much his whole idea, and I think Luhansk is the same way. or at least the guy who leads that shit. But I don't think he's actually came out and said that. But then, of course, there's like, the Azov battalion, then like the Free Corps and shit. Ukrainian neo-Nazis are looking at those neo-Nazis and like, I don't like those Russian neo-Nazis. Those need to be wiped out and put Ukrainian neo-Nazis down, yeah. It's like, oh god, like, honestly, a lot of this escalation is really because of these fucking paramilitary forces. Honestly, it should be like, hey, we detest these fucking separatist forces and they have nothing to do with the general broader good because they're undermining it all by trying to stow violence and stow a war. And so discontent, chaos and shit. Himself czar. Oh yeah. Like even some people on libs or people on the left will even think that he's trying to like recreate the USSR, and it's like, no, he's trying to do the Russian Empire, like Tsardom Empire, not like the proletariat one or whatever the fuck. Like no, like he's definitely has more ambitions for like this like neo-Tsardom and shit where he's the head of it. Or at least he appoints, the first head of it. Because he is coming of age a little bit. Like, he's not going to be able to stay in power forever. Like, maybe, for a little bit longer. But not for long. Just of his age alone. Like, eventually he'll have too many health issues and shit, and you'll have to eventually, like, put somebody else in his place. So it's either going to be, him, or he's going to appoint somebody like that. And make sure they're obviously very heavily vetted and shit, so. He's over there. I think he's trying to rebuild Great Russia. Russia has proper superpower. Well, yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's like him trying to recreate like the Neo-Tsardom Russian Empire and shit. Like that's like his whole goal. I mean, if you look at like what the borders of the Russian Empire and his Tsardom were, like these different territories that he's have at least previously or currently has increased tensions with, whether it's like the Baltic states or Finland or Ukraine with right now and shit. I mean, all these places are former Russian Tsardom Empire's territories, and hence why he's had these type of ambitions. I mean, even Finland's gotten a little bit of it too. I mean, I think back in like what 2013 or some shit, or 2015. Like there was a little bit of escalation. Like we kind of have claims on some of this.
Yay! Fucking yay!
What?
I'm having a fucking blast out here. Both cylinder 3s are fucking fucked.
Either former Russian territory or former Russian puppet territory. Yeah, vassal states. Which is what these little separatist states are, too.
What are you talking about?
The big ol', World War III. Electric trilby. Yeah, the electric trilby.
Yeah, there's been, like, several guys that came through the gas station talking about it, and I was like, God damn it, please. Can we not have World War II? Can't we just, like... Can we all just fucking get along? Can we just all suck each other's fucking dicks and get it over with? Like, y'all's is not a dick competition here. Y'all's got big dicks. Now, can we not have World War III?
You know what? I mean, that's probably the best, solution. I think that, was just said right there. Get Biden and Putin on the line. They just need to suck their dicks and just get it over with. Or Zelensky, whoever the Ukrainian president too. Get a little three-way going on.
They can't have 3.
I mean, just get the hate fuck going and just get it out of the way, you know? I mean, come on now. You know those fucking rich ass elites do weird kinky shit? You know those elites are doing shit? That seems to believe Russia's gonna call on China to make it a proper World War III. I think China has formally come out and said that they would back Russia if there was like a full-on intervention and a escalation in the conflict. So I think I think he might be right, honestly. Because I could have swore I remember hearing or seeing an article about that not too long ago. Like, at least like maybe a little less than a month ago. Yeah, let's see whatever fucking bullshit is going on, I guess. Provocative movements, fears, and innovation. Okay. It doesn't make sense ideology because Russia is a capitalist mafia state and China is supposed to be communist. I mean, they're not at all. Like, I mean, it's kind of a joke if, yeah, to think that any of them would be. I mean, especially China. Like, they might have it's like the whole, like, having the aesthetics of it. It's like, yeah, on the face of it, we look like we are, because we got all the red flags and all that shit. We got the stars and, you know, and everything. But, like, does that really mean shit? I mean, it's the same thing when, like, red tubers do it sometimes, when they actually have more, like lip takes, or even, like, you know, more, centrist type takes, but yet have, like, all the different aesthetics to it. Or just have, like, straight-up authoritarianistic takes, too, as well. I mean, I guess I don't really have room to talk. I got one behind me anyway, but, like, whatever. I'm not, at least for me, I'm not doing some guys to just be like, ooh, LARP, yo. I just like flags. Like, straight up. What's it called? Vextrology? Or Vextology or something like that? I know it's like Vextus. I know it's like Vexsomology. Something like that. I think it's like Vextology. Let's guys watch the Ukraine video. I mean, it wasn't a video. I was looking at, like, NewsPod, this little, like, news app that came with my phone. I used it to kind of check it out occasionally and see what little news is happening, but, I mean, since Vosh is happening to be doing a live stream about this, I mean, I can see what he's saying.
Hey, shut up. One of his other concerns is that when...
Well, you shut up, then.
Completely
I come in and he just says, shut up. It's like, don't tell me to shut up, Vosh. Turn it down a bit here.
Don't go too far. Shut up.
Text by Moscow for an invasion. Now, all of this comes.
You just keep saying shut up.
The Latvian Prime Minister that the recognition is a continuation of the attack on Ukraine's independence, sovereignty, and territorial integrity that began in 2014 by, to quote, unlawfully changing borders in Europe. What we're hearing from the Latvians is an urgement to the maybe the last thing to mention here from the German capital.
He's for some reason watching RT. He's just saying shut up occasionally and just watching RT. It's like, okay.
Playing in the rain. Lying in the rain.
Is it raining hard out there?
Oh yeah.
Oh god, great. Good thing I put on my other jacket.
It's like not super heavy, but it's raining.
Oh, Zooks, you're fucking wet, man.
Was not my problem.
Zukov, okay, you probably want to stay inside now.
You only shut the door on him.
Yeah, he's soaking wet. Zukov.
That's because he's playing in the rain.
Zukov, come here. Come here, bro. Oh, you poor.
Come on.
Come here. Zuka. Up. There you go. Man, he's wet. I would say he's wet ass pussy, but he's not a pussy. He's not a cat. He's a doge. He's a wet bitch. Look at you. Just fucking like he's just putting your little paws everywhere, just leaving little prints. Oh my god. You were soaked. I would show him and all that, but I don't want him on my lap. I don't need that bullshit. Six. I don't need you getting all wet, bro. I mean, I guess it's too late now, but whatever. Oh my god. You poor thing. That poor little thing. Man, Zooks. Now he's just going back and forth, really wanting to be like, hey, I want outside. Zook off, stop it. You can be fine in here for a little bit. I mean, good lord. Get over yourself, dude. You're soaking wet. Oh my god, bro. So off, you gotta stop it for shit. Squirrels are all wet too. Yeah. I mean, at least for them, like, it's understandable. I mean, they have to be out there and all wet. And I don't pet them. This one fatty comes to my window, he's always managed to poke his head and while I'm trying to give him peanuts. It's like, back off, man, I'm coming. Sukov, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What was that? What is this, like a jungle gym for you? No, don't. Squirrel stew is delicious. Back off from my squirrels. They're not your food. I think he's bored. Well, I got my friend outside working on his car and shit, and he was hanging out with him, so now he's kind of wanting to go back out there with him. And it's just like, bro. Bruh. It's raining. You're moist. You're a wet bitch. Oh my god. Passed up on squirrel stew my mom made from squirrels I shot when I was a kid. I was too weirded out, lol. I mean, if I was a kid, I probably would have done it. Like, oh, shot some squirrels, and now I'm my mom made some stew out of it. I mean, honestly, for me, I'd eat the shit out of that. But, I mean, I want to be hunting squirrels. Like, that wouldn't be a part of my things I'd be hunting. I'd probably, I'd be, like, I mean, I'll be more or less likely to be hunting, things like, like beavers maybe. I don't think you can hunt those anymore anyway. But You know, like deer, stuff like that, pheasants, ducks and shit. This meth squirrel.
Video of a meth-addicted squirrel is going viral.
Wait, there's a video of this?
Investigators found the squirrel during a drug bust. This video shows the animal locked in a cage, jumping from bar to bar.
Oh my god, this poor squirrel.
Rapidly.
Deputies are now looking for Mickey Polk, the squirrel's owner, who's facing some serious charges. I'm Dan Schaefer.
And I'm Naja Sherman. Thank you for joining us. Way 31 Scotty K joins us from the sheriff's office with a reaction to this bizarre bust and to explain why
this poor squirrel, dude.
I mean to say, because that squirrel should be out in a tree somewhere, not in a cage, not in.
That squirrel is, you know, not some domesticated pet. That need to be out in the tree. You know, it's like I'm not gonna, you know, pay no mind about it being methed out. I mean, it's Florida out here, you know, like, you know, squirrels being methed are, you know, that's. You know, that's a common thing around here, but it can't be no damn cage. It needs to be out in a tree or something. To ingest some toxics. Well, it's meth, so I'm assuming maybe he's smoking it and then blowing it in its face. I don't know.
I could be proud of, for certain.
The worst part, deputies say they got a tip that Mickey Polk was using the animal to attack, giving it meth to keep it aggressive.
It's sad that a man's sick enough to do an animal like that. I think they should lock him in a cage and leave him for a while and let him know how the squirrel felt in there.
And while hearing...
Just so I could see how that squirrel felt in there. You know, I kind of like that old guy a little bit. I mean, not for the crime of doing meth, but for the crime of, you know, putting that squirrel in the cage and giving it meth. Like, yeah, you know, I think that's one of the rare times, yeah, you know, go in a cage for a while. You get to see how that squirrel felt, bitch. Like, I mean, you know, just for a little bit, you know. Old timer not mincing words. I mean, yeah, dude. I mean, you gotta like old timers every now and again, dude. You gotta love them. Oh my god. I love how they'll just, like, these local news stations, they just, you know, find the most randomest person ever, and just, like, it's like, what do you think about this? And like, well, golly gee. Saboteur town near me. Oh my god, he must be proud.
Squirrel was pretty surprising. Clem says the drug raid didn't
look at that little
necessarily
guy.
shock him.
Cars are coming in and out all night. They shouldn't be coming in and out at that time of night. These young people, if they was in their right mind and not on drugs, they wouldn't be doing the things that they're doing.
Investigators say they contacted wildlife agents who said the best thing to do would be to release the squirrel into the wild. They did that and said they weren't able to test it for meth. If Clem sees the squirrel in his yard...
Well, I'll stay away from it, I'll tell you that, because I don't want a hopped up squirrel around me.
I mean, true. I mean, yeah, true. He's not wrong. I wouldn't want to be near that squirrel. I wouldn't be feeding that one necessarily. I'd probably get the 22 for that one and be like, okay, get the fuck away from me. You're a little hopped up. Don't need that. I don't need your hopped up meth squirrelness. I tell you what, that boy ain't right. That boy just ain't right. And before Hank Chill comes in. Oh, you know what? Venom, dude. Venom. Have you discovered Hank Trill? Do you know of Hank Trill? Here's my local Senate race, Mike Duran, Republican helicopter pilot. The helicopter pilot? What the fuck? I know of Hank Trill. Good shit. There's actually a song literally called That Boy Ain't Right. I'm playing it because now it's in my head. But it's just a thick beat. The algorithm blessed me like 2 days ago with this shit, dude. Did YouTube algorithm bless you too?
That you rich, boy, that cap, boy, you faking with your PES haircut.
Dude, imagine Hank Hill actually, like, during his pimp days, just fucking, you know, this is what he was doing on his pastime.
That boy right pouring codeine in my Sprite. That boy right pouring codeine in my Sprite. That boy right pouring codeine in my Sprite.
Dude, this shit's too good. I love it. I won't play the whole thing. Took off. Now he's looking at me confused, just like, what's going on over there? And then my friend apparently told me about this one artist called Young Scrolls, I guess, which is Elder Scrolls trap rap. That's a thing, apparently. I love the, like, meme trap rap genre. It's too fucking good. It's too beautiful. They don't have the right to slap the way they do. They just don't. Yes. Oh, yes, yes. Look at you. You better not be thinking about it. I don't want you on my lap, but I'll give you a little head scratch, or I'll give you a chest rub. Because your chest is damp, but the rest of you is wet. Oh, man. I made a mistake and looked up Sonic World 34. Never thought furs were that rabid. Don't lump us into that. The Sonic fandom is its own separate thing, dude. Do not lump us in with that. For fuck's sake. What's wrong with you? They didn't even bother with it. You suck. Damn Zoogs. What's wrong with you, boy? Peggy, goddamn, that boy just ain't right. Seriously though, check out that Mike Durant clip. Yeah, I totally forgot to check that out.
Huntsville businessman, Purple Heart recipient, and prisoner of war Mike Durant joins the already crowded Alabama Senate race. Durant survived capture in Somalia.
I like my veterans who weren't captured.
In 1993, after his chopper was shot down.
Wait 31's Matt Kroschel is tracking this major Senate race development right now in our studio.
Yeah, well, next year, Alabama.
See the cringe I have to see every time I watch TV. Why do you watch TV still?
Shelby, who, well, he first took office in 1987. He is not running again. But the real battle could be the Republican primary coming up on May 24th of next year, and the field just got a lot more interesting. Mike Durant says his experience makes him a good fit for Alabama's Senate seat. In his campaign kickoff video released on YouTube, titled "God Made Me a Soldier," Durant speaks to
oh my God, no.
Black Hawk helicopter. He asks how we would continue the legacy of Richard Shelby if he were to win.
You obviously have to fight for the people of Alabama. That's number one, and at every turn. And
if I say I'm a soldier for God, because we're a bunch of theocratic psychopaths out here, I tell you what, brother. It's like, oh God.
Even use the word term, fill his shoes. But, you know, that's the responsibility that's going to fall on this person, and I feel like I'm best qualified to do that.
Durant will face off in that
crowded the pilot in Black Hawk Down.
Against current
oh, so that's where the whole prisoner of war thing came up, was during that whole thing.
Mo Brooks and Katie Britt, a former
so it's just trying to get clout
for Senator Shelby. Her campaign released a statement on Durant's
that was at Black Hawk Down
to this race.
Yo,
they said in part, we have been working
vote for me.
Since traveling to every
I'm a soldier for
corner
God, I tell you what, brother.
Discuss our Alabama First message. The reception has been incredible.
Alabama First, Jesus Christ.
On board with grassroots movement at record rates. I also asked Mo Brooks for a comment on Durant entering this race, and we haven't heard back. Other Republicans in the running for this Senate seat include former.
We haven't heard back. Ooh, my goodness, the gossip that's going on. We never know.
So far, Alabama Democrats haven't announced their candidate in this race just yet, but they have until next January to join in. Live in the studio, Matt Kroschel, Way 31 News. All right.
Oh my God, lame. You. Why are you making me succumb to such things? I mean, I don't even want to see that ad. Oh God. Soldier of God, let me tell you. That's why you need to vote for me. Because I will be a literal religious, theocratic, malicious soldier for, for my religion. It's like, oh yeah, that's totally, a good thing to, hold by. Be like a religious, like, soldier, like a religious fighter, like, oh God. That's totally not extremist or fundamentalist at all. What? You're looking at that garage door thinking that, like, something's gonna pop out. Nothing's gonna pop out that door. Hey, that rain actually brought in the cool air. Holy shit. It actually got colder since the start of this. Boo. The rain brought in a little bit of cool air. Lame. Are you starting to dry off a little bit? I can't tell. I hope he's drying off. What the fuck is this? Worst all caps propaganda I've ever seen. Media blames the left for Biden's failures. Not shocked at the slightest. Not even shocked the slightest. Yeah.
Last night, reading this article that I'm about to share with you guys. This is honestly the worst propaganda I've ever seen in my life. It is stunningly sloppy, lazy propaganda. So Axios wrote an article going after the left, blaming the left for future Democratic losses. So let's go through it.
The ones that haven't even happened yet? Oh God.
I'll break it down.
Oh no, here we go. Oh boy.
Scream at the top of my lungs.
Is this about to be worse than I thought?
Heart attack on air. Squad politics backfire in Axios by a guy named Mike Allen.
Well, he's a worthless little muffin.
Left politics of Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and the so-called Squad, once a dominant theme for vast numbers of elected Democrats, it never was dominant, is backfiring big time on the party in power, top Democrats tell us. Top Democrats tell us, because, what they say is gospel.
Oh yeah, you gotta listen to what they say, because, everything that they say has definitely got some truth to it. Absolutely.
Police rename schools and tear down statues has created a significant obstacle to Democrats keeping control of the House, the Senate, and the party's overall image.
Wait, what? They think that, like the whole, policing issue, like, renaming schools and tearing statues down are, like, the main issues Democrats are worried about? What? Or at least, like, the progressives are. What? Huh? That's just, like... I mean, that's just kind of straight up lying.
And on defund the police, Cori Bush, and she won. Nobody in the Squad ever said anything about renaming schools, and nobody in the Squad said anything about tearing down statues. Nobody has run on that, but somehow they're taking these issues and blaming the Squad for it. Let's continue. It's what we've been screaming about for a year, said Matt Bennett, co-founder of Center-Left Third Way, which launched Shield PAC to...
What the fuck type of name is that? Like, what was that again? Like, New Left Third Way, or whatever the fuck? Gross. Ugh. That just straight up sounds like the most centristy, like, way of trying to be like, hey guys, we're above the fray. See, we're kind of left, but we're actually above the fray. Like, oh god, ugh. Like, gross. Gross.
Let me rephrase that.
Like, this is getting grosser as I listen.
For you. Said Matt Bennett, co-founder of Corporatist Third Way, which launched Shield PAC to defend corporate, corrupt Democrats.
Well, when you got, like, what was that? Corporate Third Way? They're just literally like neolibs. What is this? The fuck? Oh my, sweet, good fucking, oh my lord. They're just so, they're open about it. They're just absolutely brazen. Sweet Amelia Bedelia. Taking a Saturday, Tuesday. Hanging out with the friends and homies. Probably going to a little pub. Get some tacos. Taco Tuesday. Tuesday.
Problem. The latest sign of the backlash was the landslide 70% plus recall this week of 3 San Francisco school board members who were criticized for prioritizing issues like the renaming of 44 public schools, including ones honoring George Washington and Abraham Lincoln, over a return to in-person classes. AOC never said anything about that. Nobody in the squad ever said anything about that. Why are you blaming them for something they never said or did? Other factors like an abrupt admissions change to a prestigious high school were at play. All politics is local. But the most liberal city in the most liberal state decided that liberal activists had gone too far. Let's continue. It's part of a barrage of evidence that the progressive activism of the squad pushed the party's image way left of where most voters are, even most Democratic voters.
What? Again, that's just another full-on flat lie. Like, what the huh? And how come they won? And how come most of these voters agree with a lot of the things they do advocate for? What? That's just literally just a a flat-out lie. Like, this shit's just full of fucking lies.
Pharma money, by the way.
Just straight up.
The co-chair of the Bipartisan Problem Solvers Caucus told Axios, what I'm hearing at home and what I'm focused on...
I don't even think there's literally been even a remote piece of truth in here so far.
Common sense bipartisan solutions, from tackling grocery and gas prices to cutting taxes and fixing our infrastructure to investing in law enforcement and fighting crime. No, what you're doing is serving big pharma and blocking lower drug prices. Aides to several squad members declined immediate comment. This is a seismic shift from just a year ago. The signs have built steadily throughout President Biden's 13 months in office that the squad politics are problematic when you control everything.
Really? This is straight fucking projection. What the fuck is this? What actual garbage fucking shit is this? I mean, it's like, yeah, who's like kind of been controlling the party and shit? The corporate wing. And who happens to be, like, you know, the big heads of the corporate wing? Fucks like Pelosi, Manchin, and Schumer, like all these other motherfuckers and shit. Like, to, like, you know, the cinema, like, all these, like, corporate motherfuckers. Like, they own and control it. Like, what the fuck is this? This is, like, outright projection.
The most in decades have announced they'll retire.
Like, just flat, pure lies. Like, they're literally not... there's, like, negative, like, truth points going on. It's, like, there's so much lying going on in this fucking article. Like, not... I don't even know if it's, like, halfway through it or not. But it's just, like... there's, like, negative truth points happening.
The majority.
Like, even if there was, like, 1 point of truth, it still will be in a negative. It'll be... we're at, like, -3.
Generic housing matchups, which ask voters if they prefer a R or D if the election were held today. Republicans' decisive sweep of statewide offices in Virginia was powered in part by Democrats' failure to appreciate parents' skepticism about the public schools, mask mandates, policies on transgender rights, and approach to teaching about race. Terry McAuliffe is the quintessential corporate Democrat, and he ran on Trump back.
And shocker, at least this fuck, and, you know, and if, you know, what he's saying, you know, has any truth to what, you know, a lot of these corporate Dems are saying, they're actually saying, hey, you know, this whole, like, you know, transgender and, like, gender rights thing and all that type of stuff, can you pipe it down? Like, that's what they're saying. That's what they're implying. So far for that LGBTQ advocacy there, from these corporate fucks, because they see nothing more as a commodity fucking piece, and that's it. Where they can use, where they use it as a way to gain profit and influence in their own power and shit.
Somehow they're blaming the left for corporate Democrat losing. Let's continue.
Raining too much?
Still not done. Also in November, voters in liberal Minneapolis rejected a proposal designed to radically constrain police. House Democrats' own
raining.
polling and focus
Too
groups show
fucking
many swing
cold.
voters think the party is too preachy,
And I'm not gonna make
judgmental,
her
and focused
suffer.
on culture wars, according to documents obtained by Politico. Well, that part
Not
is
that mean.
definitely true, but again, I don't know
I
why
would
you're
make my
linking
own
this
self suffer, but-
with the squad when the squad is not talking about these issues that
I'll
you're
be back
pretending they're
later.
talking about. They're
All
not
right.
talking about defunding the police. They're
I don't
not
know
talking about
when,
removing statues.
but I will be
They're not
back.
talking about everything they listed.
And that
An
car will
Axios
listen.
Ipsos Latino poll found crime and gun violence are leading worries for Hispanics, whose once reliable support
Hey, Stefano.
for Democrats has cooled in part because of fears of Democrats embracing socialist
No.
policies, the New York Times reported. Already in midterm races, Democrats in swing districts are scrambling to distance themselves from far-left movements to defund the police and abolish
If he
ICE.
knows how to get broken spark
When was the last
without
time
an
any
engine.
politician said anything about abolish ICE? And they're blaming abolish ICE for how unpopular Democrats are right now? Former Senator Heidi Heitkamp of North Dakota says her fellow Democrats are hurting themselves by not speaking out more forcefully against liberal positions that alienate rural America. Heidi Heitkamp is a corporate Democrat, is a right-wing Democrat who just lost, and they're citing her as if she's an expert on winning. Heitkamp...
Well, hey, I mean, the corporate DNC narrative is like, hey, if we lose, gotta, listen to the losers of how we actually win.
Project dedicated to
Dude,
energizing rural voters
sneaking out.
told AP, now the brand is so toxic the people who are Democrats, the ones left, aren't fighting for the party. Yeah, Heidi, because of people like you. Heidi Heitkamp is a loser. She's a loser. She lost. She's a corporate Democrat. She's a right-wing Democrat. She's the living embodiment of what they say the Democrats need to do to win, and she lost. She is literal proof that their position is wrong in the conversation.
Duh.
So why
Go off.
is this getting me all worked up? Why does this get me all worked up? There's a trick that they're doing.
Because there's literally no fucking truth to anything they're saying, and it's literally flat fucking lies. As a way to just undermine the more progressive, radical left elements of the whole Democratic Party and shit. Whilst, at the same time, they're like, hey, Michelle Childs, and, we gotta listen to Heidi Heitkamp about how we win, as well, too. And, like, yes. Oh, yes, this is how we move forward. Yes. Quite. It's like, yeah, I mean, that's probably why it works you up, buddy. Because it does me, at least.
Because you need to take this away from this segment. The trick that they're doing is they're conflating economic leftism with culture war leftism. There's a massive conflation here. So they say, oh...
I mean, even then, they're just like, that is definitely the main trick they're doing, because they're like saying, oh, they're trying to rename schools or statue tearing down and shit. Like, the whole statue thing hasn't been a big fucking, like, mainstream issue since, like, what, 2018 and shit? Like, it hasn't really been that big of a, limelight issue for a while. I mean, so it's just like, that's not even, like, so where in the fuck did that even come from? Aside, just because, Republicans are bitching about it. Like, they'd rather straight up cater to the fucking right more and more as, these cycles go on, instead of actually, maybe placating to the progressive left of themselves and shit, where there's at least, like, some sort of a modicum of actual change instead of just kind of continuing the same bullshit.
Really hurting Democrats, and that's why we have to blame AOC, we have to blame Cori Bush, we have to blame Ayanna Pressley, we have to blame the left flank of the Democratic Party.
We're just not doing it as mean as the Republicans do by saying they're like the Jihad Squad or something, like Marjorie Taylor Greene stuff, We're not that mean about it.
People of culture war left.
They just need to kind of, shut the fuck up a little bit.
Because
be
yes,
our puppets,
defund the police, it only polls at 18%. Nobody likes that. But guess what? Nobody in the squad has been talking about defund the police. Renaming the school, that doesn't poll well. All that stuff. But nobody in the squad is talking about that stuff.
And also, and honestly, where did the renaming the school thing ever fucking come from? Was that even, like, a thing? Was that, like, a mainstream thing that I just, like, missed? Like, seriously. Like, maybe I heard, like, occasionally, like, a local article saying, like, oh, there's a school named, like, Robert E. Lee High School or some shit being renamed. It's like, oh, okay. But that was it. Like, there was never, like, some big old, like, thing over it, though. So is there something that I, like, missed in, like, the last few years or some shit where that became, like, a whole big culture war thing or something? Because, like, where did that come from? Like, seriously. Aside to really just placate to the more right-wing side of yourselves and shit at this point. And maybe get some of the moderate Republicans or whatever the fuck.
With economic leftism, and guess what? The real problem and the real reason why Democrats are down is because they're not embracing economic leftism.
No shit.
Now, I'm not saying you call it socialism when you do it. In fact, you shouldn't call it socialism. That's not a good move strategically.
And honestly, like, I mean, a lot of the massive, like, reforms and shit that are being advocated by a lot of the progressive side of things aren't inherently, like, you know, purely socialist by nature and shit. It's close to it, or, you know, gets on a track towards that type of shit, but even then. So, yeah.
Be winning if they were talking about Medicare for all and free college and a living wage and paid vacation time and lower drug prices. So the real reason the Democrats are super unpopular right now, as I'm talking to you, is because they didn't get Build Back Better passed. If they got Build Back Better passed, people would have seen a material improvement in their lives, and they would support Democrats, and they would vote for Democrats. This isn't rocket science. So guess what? The people that they're blaming for the Democrats being unpopular, if they listened to them, the Democrats would actually be more popular. Because these were the people who were most in favor of Build Back Better and those specific policies which would have helped the American people. Guys, I'm not... Everything I'm saying to you right now...
I mean, no shit. Like, I mean, honestly, the ones who, like, I mean, I definitely got my problems and criticisms, you know, with the squad and the more progressive caucus and shit like that. But, like, you know, honestly, all in all, they were, like, really the only ones that had, like, some form of a fucking voice about the whole, like, Build Back Better shit. Like, honestly, like, out of all, like, the Democratic section and the Democratic Party in totality, like, the ones who were saying the most about it were really honestly them. Like, to the rest of the Democrats, it was just like, oh, yeah, I kind of do. Or, yeah, you know, it's like, when it comes down to the vote, you know, I'll be for it, I guess, you know. Or they were just against it. You know, at least for the two that everyone knows and loves.
With data. Okay, so let me pull up the poll. Build Back Better poll. Elder care, 79% support. Modernizing K-12 school buildings, 73% support. Electricity grid modernization, 74% support. Medicare drug price negotiation, 73% support. Lowering the Medicare age, 59% support. Universal pre-K, 59% support. Tuition-free college, 58% support. Extending child tax benefits, it's +9. It's 9 points over water. The problem is that the Democrats didn't pass stuff that improves Americans' lives. They promised the sun and the moon, and they delivered Dickie McGeezax. And that's why they are super unpopular. When was
they delivered the fucking satellite that got disabled and crashed into the fucking atmosphere and burnt up.
Biden his most popular. When he cut people a check for $1,400.
That's what they delivered, even though they promised the sun and the moon. And maybe a little bit of Mars if we can get to it. But no, it's just a satellite just crashing into the Earth.
Popular. Now he hasn't
burning
done
up in the
anything
atmosphere
for a really long time, and Democrats' numbers have plummeted, and his personal numbers have plummeted to 38%.
Ooh.
So understand what's going on here. There is a propaganda war going on, where corporate Democrats that are beholden to industry, Democrats that get paid by Big Pharma and the health insurance companies and Wall Street and the military-industrial complex, they are doing everything they can in their power, and it's working, by the way, to get the media to parrot their line as if it's factual. And their line is, don't look at us. We're totally fine. We've done nothing wrong. The real problem is the squad.
I mean, I will say this. I don't think anyone's necessarily buying it 100%. Because, I mean, at least, you know, for, like, a lot of the times that me and my coworkers talk politics and shit, like, it's always usually down to, like, yeah, I mean, the overall owner class and, you know, the general system in itself is kind of the root of the fucking problem. I mean, you know, like, there's never really, like, you know, one, like, element or, you know, or, like, one specific thing, or, like, the progressive caucus, or, oh, all the, you know, GOP or this or that. It's just, like, just it in itself as encompassing, just for what it is. And when you don't have, you know, at least some form of, like, hey, you know, there's at least an element that's looking out for us, and here's, you know, what it is and where they are and what's doing it and blah, blah, blah. Like, then they're not going to have a sense of, like, oh, okay, there's at least something in here that's, you know, helping us out here, that, you know, works out. When you don't got shit to show for it, I mean, it's like, honestly, what do you expect? Besides, you know, just a fucking slaughterhouse.
Correct about the strategy that would have worked to get Build Back Better passed. They said you got to keep the bills linked. Don't delink them. If you delink them, Manchin and Sinema are going to kill Build Back Better. That's exactly what happened. And then nobody in the media wrote an article saying, hey, you know what? The squad was right. We shouldn't have delinked the bills. Nobody said that. So they were proven verifiably correct about something, and nobody went out there and said, you know what? We should have listened to them. And that's the reality. If they were listened to, the Democrats would be way more popular now, at least 10 points higher. At least.
Well, Kyle. Have you thought of this? Did they have a lot of money? Did they have, a juicy check for me on my desk when they came into my office? Did they? That's what I thought.
It would be a competitive midterm race if everybody listened to what the squad was saying.
Oh.
Now look, don't get it twisted. The reason why this propaganda works is because there's a grain of truth in it. And the grain of truth is, when Democrats go all in on the culture war, they get shellacked. It's true, they do. It is true that when McAuliffe went hard on, followed Youngkin down the CRT rabbit hole, he looked like an idiot, he was out of touch, and he got destroyed. So there is a grain of truth in that. Like I told you, defund the police polls at like 18%. All the new woke language, like, we cover the poll on Latinx, which only like 3% of Latinos like that word and use that word. And
also, I don't even really think that's actually as big of an issue. Like, I've never heard anyone actually see that or anything. Like, very rarely will I occasionally maybe hear it on the online sphere. That's it. Like, very, very rarely do I ever actually, like, hear that. But, I mean, it is also true because most people really, at the end of the day, care about, like, what their general economic well-being is. I mean, also, even for, like, people who are trans and gay and non-binary and so on, too, as well. Because, like, if you have, at least, like, especially, a culture of normalization, which has been spreading going on, which is a good thing overall, where, there is, like, the side consequence of this whole cultural nonsense of, like, oh my god, they're, that group thing, or they're indoctrinating kids, or whatever the fuck. I mean, that aside, it's just like, is their general economic well-being still good? Like, if they're still impoverished, having to, like, room up with, like, 4 or 5 people or be homeless and, hope, that they can at least look good enough, to probably get hired for a job so they can probably room up somewhere, or, like, it's same, problems that anyone else would have faced, and it's like, is their general well-being really, been uplifted? I mean, overall, I mean, it's like, yeah, I mean, to various, certain degrees, but when it comes to their just general standard of living, with getting, bread on their plate and shit, just like anybody else, I mean, they're still in a fucked situation from that. And, I mean, especially for people who might be trans non-binary, that might be going for transition surgeries or processes and stuff, maybe not full-on surgeries and shit, but, going through, some form of that treatment, they're going to probably have to cost more of an arm and a leg when it comes to medical bills, too, and medical debt. Because, honestly, I imagine most insurance companies still aren't covering shit like that. I mean, maybe they are now more so, but I'm sure, it's still not necessarily, covered within their little healthcare plan and shit that they have to fork over every fucking month and shit. And then still have to pay out of pocket. So, I mean, it's like, when you uplift these type of general things, it's the whole rising tide raises all ships. I mean, that's why, especially a lot of economic left type policies are, even to some people who are more like centrist or right-leaning, who do agree with. I mean, it also does build more bridges of, more understanding as, these other people are able to get a better leg up and start, having more opportunities and shit. And have a more general, like, economic wealth and fluidity to actually, partake in the general commerce of society and shit just like everyone else can. Or at least, in theory. I mean, most people really can't anymore because most people are fucking scraping by as is.
But, I haven't heard AOC, Cori Bush, Ayanna Pressley, Rashida Tlaib, Ilhan Omar, I haven't heard them talking about that stuff at all. The only one who ran on defund the police was Cori Bush, and she won because she represents Ferguson, where there was, police brutality that was a giant, national news event. None of the others talk about it. None of them talked about renaming the schools. And so they're taking all of this culture war stuff, dumping it on the lap of the squad and saying, you are defined by that, and that's why we're losing. And
which also kind of buys into the whole like right-wing narrative anyway in the first place, doesn't it?
sometimes they do get a little too woke and a little too cringe and go down that culture war rabbit hole. But the bulk of their time, certainly recently, has more been talking about lower prescription drug prices and universal pre-K and expanding healthcare and things of that nature. And they were right, and they're taking the popular position, but they're still getting blamed. Because, guys, the game is rigged. The game is the corporate Democrats are in bed with the media, and the media is always going to push the narrative. Doesn't matter what the question is, the answer is blame the left. Blame the left, blame the left, blame the left. Let's go further to the right. Let's make sure Democrats go further to the right and act more like Republicans. Well,
at least more moderate Republicans. The ones of, like, you know, the 80s and the 90s.
I don't know what to
Can't
tell
be
you.
like the crazy fringe ones who are just, you know, TFG too, just like these radical lefties over there. Can't be like them, and can't be like those, you know, crazy ones over there. We have to make the Big Ten. The Big Ten. Yes.
President of the United States. Corporate Democrats make up the majority
Moderation.
of the Senate.
Status quo.
Corporate Democrats
Yes.
make up the majority or the plurality of the House of Representatives. Corporate Democrats have their vision right now being implemented.
Shit.
Right now is the ideal scenario for corporate Democrats. This is what they do with power. You're watching what they do with power. And they're the ones who own their low approval rating. They're the ones who own it. Bernie Sanders isn't president. AOC isn't Speaker of the House. Sherrod Brown isn't the majority leader in the Senate. So how can you blame the left? There's no way you can blame the left.
Well, they're just too crazy, too radical. It doesn't appeal to our mainstream economic, positions here on the mainstream and the established side of things. It's a little too crazy. It'll rock the boat too much. That's why it can't be accepted. Oh, do a lot of people generally kind of like it on some way, shape, or form? Oh, really? Fuck them. They don't know better. They just need to be proper cogs. Get back to work. Go on.
To sincere criticism, the left genuinely should drop the unpopular culture war stuff. They should. But even if they kept doing the culture war stuff and they delivered economically, I think the Democrats would still win. Now, they would be unbeatable, though, if they totally dropped the culture war stuff and went all in on the economic leftism.
I mean, at least when it comes to, like, the general quote-unquote, like, voter base or the, you know, like legit more left progressive wing side of things, I don't really think that really is the case and shit. I just think that, you know, due to the hyper-consumeristic commodification of a lot of these different social justice advocacies and movements and shit, which have merit, like when it comes to whether it's, you know, massive reformation or deforming, or even to some more extreme cases abolishing, you know, when it comes to police and shit. You know, there's a lot of people that when you talk to them have legit meritable criticisms and changes they want to be, you know, have seen. I'm definitely one of those fucking people. You know, so it's like, because I mean, for all intents and purposes, I'm for the, you know, replace them utterly and shit, you know, from the ground up. So I guess for all intents and purposes, that's abolishing it. But it's, you know, to do a replacement for something that actually is worth a fuck. You know, that actually has the whole, you know, theory of protect and serve the community and put that into actual fucking practice. You know, so, I mean, you know, it's like you know, so there's, you know, ways, you know, to actually make, you know, something like that better. But, you know, it's, so in a sense, it could be like, oh, it's a cultural thing, but I don't know, there's merit. But that's why, you know, there's so much commodification of it, because it's so easy to just, like, dumb it down and make it, like, some sellable thing, you know, for people, you know, whether they want to, you know, freak out on it, be like, oh my god, see, you know, how crazy dumb this is, or be like, ooh, yeah, I support that, because, you know, it's what I agree with. You know, it's like, it's just used as a consumeristic chess piece, you know, for whether it's for outrage or for whether it's, you know, to just gobble up more people that support that same thing, you know, to buy that shit.
4 times. The Republicans literally came up with term limits because they thought they could never beat a Democrat because FDR was so goddamn popular. When he was president, there was a time when Democrats had 80% of the House and 80% of the Senate.
Ooh.
Just astonishing, the numbers. Why? Because he actually delivered. He had downsides, of course. Japanese internment, terrible. There were a number of things that you can point to that were like, oh, that's horrific. But the economic leftism was clear, and it helped people. And as a result of it helping people, they rewarded the party that did it. So I'm so sick of this rank propaganda. And again, Mike Allen, total corporate whore, total sellout. Just
he's like literally the embodiment of just neoliberal philosophy in a human being. Like whoever that dude who wrote that article, Mike Allen. Oh my God, what a ball of just raw muffin dough.
So much money from corporations himself.
Processed beyond belief.
You see stuff in Politico sponsored by Lockheed Martin.
Up in it.
What's going on in foreign policy? Just astounding corruption.
It's not even like real muffin flour.
And this guy's in bed with the corporate Democrats and pushing their narrative. The corporate Democrats' narrative is not only drop the culture war stuff, it's also let's not do anything for the American people, let's serve corporations, and let's pretend like that's a winning strategy. It is definitely not a winning strategy because we're seeing the evidence of it right now, right in front of our faces. You have the exact government you want. Own it. Own it. Ever since ad hoc.
Well, to own it means that we would have to actually have self-reflection. We can't have that. The checks, tell us that. There's too much money involved in it. We can't do that. Self-reflection bad. We at the DNC corporate establishment think that self-reflection is indeed a bad thing. We haven't done that for quite some time, and we're going to stick with it. Self-reflection? What? Is that a word in the dictionary? No, it's not. We're just making things up. What? Anyway, where's my bougie chocolate? I need my bougie chocolate ice cream now. Yes. Oh, Dr. Zooks, what are you doing? What are you doing, boy? You're a little nut. You're a little crazy bulb nut. Can I help you? Are you dry? You're getting dry. Are your paws dry? Up? Are your paws dry? Can I trust you? Oh, they're not like soaking. They're not soaking anymore. You're not that wet. Oh, look at you. Oh, look at you. Oh, you sweet thing. You sweet little thing. You just sweet little thing. My goodness. Look at you. Look at you. Oh, you just want some head rubs. You just want some head rubs. Love those little head rubs. Your head's so wet. You're wet. You have a wet head. Your head's still wet. Oh, look at that little ear. He's so goofy. You're just a goofy boy. Look at you. Oh. Right. You're just so cute. You need to stop being so cute. You want? Alright. You win. You win. There you go. Up. Oh, you have to stay going. Yeah, come on. Man, you're not really doing good on this whole catching thing, are you? You were doing so good, now you're starting to suck. My goodness. Deep after I did an episode of Waffle House. What? Ooh. I have yet to go to a Waffle House. Though I already know what I want. Because, I guarantee you they would talk about it. I think it's called the, All-Star? I think it's called the All-Star. Again, I haven't been there, so I don't know what it's specifically called. But it's, like, basically just like a combo breakfast package of just amazing goodness. Like some hash browns, some eggs, and, you know, some waffles and stuff. It's like, oh my god. It just sounds like the package, like the care package of breakfast right there. It's like, alright. Like, if I were to go, I already know what I want. I would already know. It would just be too dank, too amazing. Too scrumptious. But I don't know, because I have not yet been there. They need to have a Waffle House up here. There's a goddamn Chick-fil-A out here. They need a Whataburger up here, and they need a goddamn Waffle House out here. I guarantee you Waffle Houses would fucking pop out here, dude. I have a feeling they probably would. Like, legit. Like, I mean, if there was, like, 2 or 3 locations out here, I mean, they would be popping. Because, I mean, people out here definitely like, you know, breakfast stuff. I mean, on general, I definitely do. I mean, there's, like, food carts out here and, you know, like, little restaurants that are more dedicated to more breakfast-style shit anyway, you know, and shit, and they're popping all the time. So, people out here like breakfast shit. So, I mean, they would hella pop out here. It's like, come on, Waffle House. I'll fucking be like your, like, marketer out here, dude. Get like some Pacific Northwest, you know, style menus and shit, you know, just kind of keep a generalized one, maybe add like a couple, you know, to kind of see which ones on the normal menu, you know, don't sell as much, and kind of replace those with some more localized, you know, tang to it, you know what I mean? Some of that Pacific tang, I don't know. Ooh. What type of, like, fish would be good for breakfast? I would say salmon, but, it's a Waffle House, it's fast food, we can't really play around with that. So, I would say, though, but, it is fast food, so we have to kind of give it that. Biden needs to invite Putin, to the White House to smoke a bowl, and have some Waffle House. He needs to smoke a bowl of Putin and have, some Waffle House with him. Calm down tensions of cannabis. Honestly, like, I mean, what if that's all it really takes? Like, we get, you know, Olaf Scholz, Emmanuel Macron, Biden, Zelensky, and Putin all in the room. Just get and get Snoop Dogg too. You know, just because, well, they're probably not going to know, so you need somebody there who's the king to teach them, you know? So, you know, who better than Snoop? You know, and have, like, just, like, a fat, thick eighth of weed. Not even that, no, fuck that. A quarter, like half an ounce. You know what, fuck it, half an ounce. A nice fat half an ounce. Like the biggest blunt wrap to roll that in. And just let, you know, Snoop do his work. You know what I'm saying? Just let Snoop do his work. And he'll, like, you know, and there'll be some translators, obviously, you know, for, you know, the international leaders and shit. But, you know, he'll be explaining, like, here's how you do it. And, you know, I'll start off, I'll light the bad boy. You know, he lights it up, shows up, you know, and lets, you know, kind of flexes a little bit. Kind of gets it going, gets that cherry popping. And then it's like, alright, so, you know, usually we kind of do it in a circle, but I feel like, you know, you're probably not going to be feeling it too much. So who wants to start first? You know, looking into, I don't know, fucking Biden, because they're like, I don't know about that, Jack. You know, so he's going to, you know, probably, you know, I don't know, like, it's like, you know what, Zelensky, you know, I'll give it to you. You talk like shit, Snoop doesn't ship bricks of weed. Of course he shipped bricks of weed. Like, half of his life essence is just weed. Like, I mean, come on now. But that's just, you know, but what if that's just all it takes? You know, they all just start passing around, you know, and just in the little Oval Office, and it just gets hotboxed to shit. You know, Secret Service agent, you know, just kind of starts seeing a little smoke, and it's like, oh, Mr. President, Mr. President. You know, and they opens the door, and he's just immediately gets high from, like, the fucking just fog of it all. Just, he's just like, whoa, Mr. President, I'm high. Get him Biden in a smoke of his dad. Yeah, he'll probably be there too. Try to coax his dad in a little bit. Be like, yo, Dad, it's okay. This is how I got off on the Parmesan rocks. It's alright, bro. It's okay, Jack. It's alright, Dad. It's how I got off the Parmesan rocks. Can't believe he actually smoked a fucking Parmesan rock thinking it was a crack rock. I kind of like Hunter, honestly. My God. I mean, I definitely would party with that motherfucker. Oh, here. I want to grab my treasure and whatever's left on here real quick. Before I continue. Bop. Smoke crack with Hunter, of course. I mean, I'd smoke weed more than I'd smoke crack with him. I'd avoid the rocks. I'd be just enjoying me me good old weed with that one. Maybe some acid or something. Something like that. Maybe something psychedelic-y. Here, Waffle House.
There exists on this earth a magical place where anything can happen.
Ooh.
And I ain't talking about Disneyland. I'm talking about a place where dreams are born and dreams die. I'm talking about a place with greasy floors, a druggy staff, and the best goddamn hash browns anywhere on earth.
Oh.
I'm talking about a little place called Waffle House.
Yes.
On deep, fat fry.
Oh. I totally microdose acid every day if I could. I probably wouldn't microdose it every day myself. I probably have like a week where I do it.
2022.
Chill!
Here. At
No!
What care about Waffle House? This is a fucking stupid episode. I don't even care about this place. I ain't even been to this place.
Whoever says that is a human rights violation.
All I can say is fuck you, and if you're a fucking foreigner out there in some other country and you ain't got a Waffle House, fuck you too. Fuck you for not being in America.
Hey, they're not enlightened.
For fans old and new of this show was.
I feel for foreigners who can't, like, cause I'm I'm basically a goddamn foreigner to the Waffle House too.
I was born in a Waffle House.
I mean, we sat in a booth.
Every good to mention ICP when we're talking about Waffle House.
Been in a Waffle.
Is there something related to ICP with Waffle House?
I'm convinced that when Thag invented the fucking wheel, he was fucking enjoying a fucking plate of hash browns at a Waffle House somewhere. So just briefly take a little look at their website.
Dude, I gotta have, like, if I ever get, you know, I'm pretty sure it's called the All-Star, and again, they might talk about it too, but if they do, and if I ever go there and order that, I'm getting an extra order of hash browns. I love me some good hash browns.
Waffle House. Oh yeah, Waffle House.
100% Angus beef.
Yeah, this is what it's about.
Oh my god.
Stupid ass little kids and old ladies dressed real nice and
Hell no.
Look how clean it is.
Hell no, that's not what Waffle House is about at all.
It's like a Waffle House from an alternate fucking reality.
Look, those people look
The
way
corporate
too happy.
Waffle House.
Everyone there looks way too happy.
We got beefs, we got pecans, we got waffles.
If you walk into a Waffle House, the first thing you
I
have
love
to know
Waffle
is
House.
a
That's not
Waffle
people
House.
that are so
even if
shitty
it's
and
brand
dumpy
new,
they don't
just
even
opened,
care.
Which happened recently around here.
ICP
They
alert.
relocated the Waffle House.
Actual ICP
There's
alerts.
a layer, like a patina of grease over everything.
Let me tell you something, you go to a Waffle House, you gotta, any surface you touch, you just gotta go like, if you don't come back with a fucking
your meal's free.
Nice chunk of grease right on your finger, you know?
Yeah, your meal's free. If you go like this, like
Meals free.
Meal's
Damn.
free. Fuck that, I wouldn't even want a meal there.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Well, that's why it's free.
That's
because it's no good.
That ain't no damn Waffle House right there.
You go, what's
It's not a
this?
proper Waffle House unless it's nice and good, greasy.
Clear finger at a Waffle House?
That's
I can
not
see
right.
the management now. I can see the manager right fucking now.
Where's the grease? Where's the fucking grease? This ain't no Waffle House. What is this?
Where's the grease?
You find out it's like a Huddle House in disguise.
Oh, we're
or something.
sorry, sir. It's a Huddle House. Would you like some fries with that?
Get
Fuck
the
no, I don't
fuck
want
outta
no
here.
fries with that.
Like a fucking bazooka to your Huddle House, bitch.
Huddle House is nasty, by the way.
People think when they walk into a Waffle House that they're going into a cheap little breakfast waffle joint. but they're actually crossing the threshold into a dimension of concentrated human gluttony and despair.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
Ah, yes. Dude, you know what? They kind of ruined Waffle House.
Therefore,
I will
Waffle
say,
House is
Waffle House has
within
been
20 minutes of
downgraded
me.
in my lifetime.
Beautiful.
It used to be
Beautiful.
human despair, greasy food.
What's
and
with this
cigarettes.
human despair? There ain't none
Waffle
there.
House was a place to chain smoke, right?
Oh God, yeah. That was like every teenager
House,
that just
Waffle
turned
House.
18.
Well, I
like,
can't comment because I
"Come
never
here,
been to
Waffle
any
House,
of them.
2 o'clock in the morning. Drink a shitty cup of coffee. Smoke about 50 cigarettes.
Keep bringing me this shitty coffee, and then they play like guitars and shit outside, like I'm gonna be a star someday, playing in front of the Waffle House here.
And they all made it.
Yeah, and they all lived their dreams. That's what I mean. It's a place where dreams are born. It's also a place.
Oh, yeah, it is. That's it. Oh, there it is. They're looking at the All-Star special right there. That's it. So I am right. It is called the All-Star. Oh, my God. Look at that. Oh, nice thick waffle. Some breads, hash brown and eggs, and some bacon. Oh, my God. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah. That is quality. That looks quality. Mmm. That's what I'd get. That's it right there. That's right. That's it.
It's the ultimate dinner too, for that matter, or lunch.
Yeah, ultimate.
Ultimate, yeah, yep, that's it.
The meal you want.
I've had this
is
for
it.
dinner many times.
Ultimate fucking goddamn meal.
You got your bacon. Oh, you can have sausage if you
You
want.
got all your basic food groups there.
You got
Yeah, you got the basics, man.
Your bacon extra crispy too at a Waffle
Oh, yeah.
House.
Agreed. Yeah.
Now they show
Oh, yeah.
grits here, but you're gonna get fucking hash browns.
I mean,
so.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting
That's what I'm
browns.
saying.
Getting the Browns,
You know,
baby. Let's
their
go.
grits are like not, you know.
No.
I mean, sometimes they're alright,
sometimes-
but like usually not
I'll
that
tell you what,
great.
sometimes
Hash browns are always
I
on
get
point.
grits, but it's not that I don't get hash browns. I just also get grits.
Yeah, it's like give me some grits too, like
Yeah.
on the side or something. But like,
But you're
yeah,
crazy if you're not getting hash browns.
if you fucking tell them I want grits over hash browns, you just fucking, you know, you're out of your damn mind. So here is a Waffle House map from 2019 showing like which states that got them.
This is a disgrace. There needs to be a dark, like, dark red in this entire country. This is a disgrace. These places that are all, like, white with not even a single Waffle House, disgrace. Disgrace.
These states here, these are the garbage
Wasteland.
states. This is the fucking waffle wasteland where no man should tread.
Mm.
You know? This
No
is
man
all
dot
garbage
tread,
states.
and unfortunately I live in them.
These are
Sad.
the real states.
Yeah,
The real
This
ones.
is America
Look,
right
there's
here.
That's a-
California right there. Too many labor laws.
What is
Too many
Waffle
laws.
House?
I mean, honestly, you want to know what's sad? Isn't it kind of a little fucked up that it also happens to kind of mimic the CSA borders a little bit?
Making tons of money, dude. One of like
Like, if you notice, like, of a lot of these, like, southern fast food chains, they basically are just like, yeah, we're just kind of basically where the CSA is. It's like, oh, okay, oof.
money in California and Nevada.
I mean, I guess not that there's, like, a literal direct correlation to, like, a Waffle House being, like, you know, CSA or some shit, but whatever.
Waffle House pay people minimum amount of money to be paid. California talks about these fancy
A Waffle
laws and
Houseless
labor.
wasteland, yep. I'm in a wasteland, man.
Nope.
I mean,
Nope.
we have
Hell
the basic
no.
thing that Waffle House is in these states. We have like greasy ass, shitty, underpaid employees and like
But not to the level of Waffle House.
gut bucket food. You know what I mean?
Not to the level of Waffle House,
just
though.
needs to come and bring that.
Look at this fucking paradise right here. This motherfucking
Dude, Georgia's like a fucking.
Dude, Georgia's
paradise.
like
I've
nothing
been trying
but
to figure out
Waffle
where to
House.
escape from,
The state of
Louisiana.
Waffle
I
House
think I
is,
figured it out
is
just
what the
right
state
now.
of Georgia
Center
should
of
be
Georgia.
called.
Right here, the heart of fucking Georgia.
The Waffle House
Blue
Republic
last
of Georgia.
election, so you know there's fucking it's all right. You know this is it. Got the most Waffle Houses. This is the place right here. 439
Sure, we got
Waffle
18 Waffle Houses within a 5-mile radius. Perfect.
Every fucking way
Beautiful.
you turn, there's another fucking Waffle House right
Beautiful.
there waiting for you.
Georgia
Go out
sounds
of
like
one
the place,
Waffle House,
brother. I
walk
tell you
out of
what.
one right into the other.
That's right.
Boom. Waffle House to Waffle
Another
House.
taste
Waffle
like
House
TJ?
on every corner.
They have Waffle Houses as
like
much as
freedom.
everywhere else has 7-Elevens.
Fucking freedom.
Would
Tastes
you
like
like to try
freedom, but
Waffle
feels
House?
like
Yes. Yes.
I can't believe that. They don't even deserve it.
The next time I go to Texas, goddammit, I'm gonna fucking get one.
Pennsylvania.
I thought it did, honestly.
There's a fair number in Ohio, surprisingly. Indiana's got a couple.
A little smattering.
Illinois got
I mean, I have outlets to it. It looks like, was that Arizona?
My most comic.
Yeah, that's Arizona right there. Yeah, like, I mean, I could probably find one in fucking Phoenix if I visit my granddad there.
Oh my god.
I mean,
it just goes to show that, like, that is not something that is unique to the South. Wherever Waffle House goes, angst and human misery goes with
you'll
it.
See.
What? No.
That is 100% the truth. So, Waffle House is an American restaurant chain with over 2,100 locations in the United States, with almost all the locations being in the
Quadruple
South.
that and expand it to the entire country.
Yeah,
right now.
The Waffle House would go in any of these damn states. So Waffle House really needs to fucking
expand.
There should be,
you know, westward expansion. Waffle House.
There should be
the westward expansion, manifest destiny of the Waffle House, dude.
400 or 50,000 of these.
Let's go.
And they'd be fucking rolling in it because people would. I know for a fucking fact this would go over wherever they put it.
Hell yeah!
Waffle House claims to be the world's largest seller of waffles, ham, pork chops, grits, and T-bone steaks. An average of 145 waffles.
Expand that to the whole country, and then I think you can have a justification to that claim.
24/7. Even on holidays like Easter, Thanksgiving, and Christmas, this led to an urban legend that Waffle House doesn't have locks or keys. They do.
They do.
So here is
like every business does.
A weird way to measure a storm's severity. The Waffle House Index. FEMA once said they get a fairly good measure of how bad a situation after a storm by checking the local Waffle House. The chain is famous for keeping the business open during calamities. FEMA even has alert levels for this. Green, the chain is serving full menu. Yellow, the chain is serving limited menu. Red, the chain is closed.
Oh no.
We ate the Waffle House after Katrina.
I know.
I mean, like, it was. Now, it wasn't in the immediate disaster.
It was in
zone.
yellow, though.
Yeah, it was
serving
yellow.
a limited menu. It was like, oh, we don't got everything right now. It's like, code yellow.
Code yellow. Oh shit, they're limited on supplies.
The is dire. The Waffle House is closed. That's how they know.
Oh god, the world's collapsed. Waffle House is in code red.
If you see Waffle House closed, that is a shocking sight.
It will probably not surprise you that some of the...
I mean, whenever I passed by Waffle Houses when I was in Texas last time, they were popping the fuck off. Like, they were popping.
You know, stars of stage and screen come from miles
around. You know, it's bad when Waffle House is closed. Yeah, no shit. You know something's going on when Waffle House is closed.
I will tell you this, dude. They love to simultaneously shit on people who have to eat at these types of places, but they secretly love going to them. Look at Trump.
Yeah,
easily one of the maybe not one of the richest people in the world, but definitely one of the most powerful people in the world. And he fucking eats nothing but this gut bucket shit wherever he goes. Not just Waffle House,
he celebrates it almost.
Whatever he wants, you know what I mean? So like these rich fucks,
fucking thing.
They like to pretend. They like to pretend they're above this type of shit, but they fucking love it just as much as us, dude. They love
Dude. One of the richest guys in the world.
I mean, you think Nancy Pelosi's having bougie ass chocolate ice cream all the damn time?
Fucks love it, dude.
So here's Chris Rock at one. You know, this guy's like, I don't even know what the fuck this expression is. He's like,
I mean, I gotta be honest with you.
I wonder if he's like hallucinating Chris Rock.
Probably.
I gotta be honest with you though. Chris Rock wasn't always Chris Rock. You know what I mean? Like Chris Rock probably came up going to Waffle Houses and shit, so he has a whole impetus to go there. But there are people literally born with the proverbial silver spoon that love this shit. You know what I mean? They got
who else is on this list? Come on now.
Where they pretty much would have no reason to go to it, but yet do.
Lesser Wahlberg, but Wahlberg nonetheless.
I mean,
right?
Yeah, he's definitely like near the bottom of the barrel of Wahlbergs, but
the bottom of the Wahlberg barrel.
Wahlberg's a Wahlberg, you know what I mean?
A Wahlberg's a Wahlberg's a Wahlberg, and you know what? He had to go the awful waffle, so you know what? At least he's keeping it real by going to Waffle House. Give him that much. Give him that much.
Amen. Shaq, chilling at the fucking Waffle House right there with his Angry Bird shirt, sitting next to a drugged out waffle waitress.
Shaq, by the way, I don't know if we covered it recently, but Shaq, way richer than a lot of people realize, owns a ton of businesses. And
dude is legit a fucking rich fuck.
And A lover of Waffle House, no doubt.
Definitely
And a
a
lover of
dude
Waffle House.
that would not have to go to Waffle House because of the discount price. You know what I mean?
Oh,
You could probably get it for free.
What's that about Waffle House? It is a cheap ass chain, but it's good. Like it really is. Like it's not something that like people act like it's like, oh, you have to go to Waffle House. Like I enjoy going to Waffle House. And I'm definitely not some rich fuck or anything, but it's like it appeals to almost everyone in our society. Is the point? It's just the food's that good.
You got Bruno Mars there. I'm not a big fan, but you know a lot of people fucking love Bruno
he knows
Mars.
it's good. Because you know, I mean,
Bruno
I'm not
Mars
a big
goes
fan,
to
but
this
he knows
place
it's
too.
fucking good. See, that's the thing. TJ, Waffle House brings people together. See, you're nothing like Bruno Mars. You don't
That's
look
why it
like
needs to
competing, you don't have
expand.
talent,
New
you got
Waffle
nothing
Houses
like
up here, damn it.
You know what? You guys both like some fucking
Just the love for the Waffle House. It's just, expanding more and more.
He's talented. Whether you like his music or not.
Oh, come on. He's got no talent.
I don't
Dude
know.
can
I mean,
sing.
maybe.
I don't know.
I mean, who? I don't
Oh,
know.
man,
For something. I mean, fuck.
different strokes for different folks, I suppose.
He can sing and dance.
I didn't know that.
You never
I never
listened to a
fucking heard-
Bruno Mars song?
Yeah,
I never heard a goddamn lick of his shit.
You never heard
Super Bowl?
You never heard 24 karat magic in the air?
Can you
24
sing some?
karat magic in the air with the blah, 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 blah. That's one of his popular ones.
That does not ring the bell to
What is
me.
wrong with you, TJ?
Baby, baby, baby.
Well, this is actually
Yeah.
This is actually a downgrade. Ooh.
Look, even he likes Waffle House.
He looks
Even
so
this sad
fucking
random dork.
miserable to be taking this picture. Like, why'd you even agree to it then? He's just like,
It's like he's chewing on his own tongue. He's so upset. Chew my tongue.
guess I'll take a fucking picture with this waffle, bitch.
Hey, waffle bitch, I'll take a picture with you.
Come here, you stupid broad.
What's he supposed to do?
You little fucking bitch. Dude.
What's he supposed to do? Like, look like, though?
Smile,
Why?
Paul. Go like, or like make out some kind of face, like
it's like, hey.
I mean, we see
looks
some random
like
celebrity, I
he's
guess.
It looks like he's trying to make a joint, like a joke. Like his face looks all serious, but he's doing the like rabbit ears thing behind her back.
Yeah.
He's like shooting the peace symbol or whatever.
See, I think here's a maybe I'll do
Bieber's
an episode
weird.
on it. I think
Fucking
Justin
weirdo.
Bieber gets a bad rap.
Oh God, no! Don't even start. I don't even want to hear that.
Oh, dude, he got his own freaking
Kid Rock?
tag and everything.
Now look how much more excited the Waffle House is to have Kid Rock there than any of those other fucking celebrities too.
I mean,
Oh my God! Everyone from the whole establishment's there.
Name tag with a little Kid Rock. Oh
Dude,
man,
this Kid Rock's amongst his people, dude.
Can I ask?
I'm amongst my people, yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't want to.
'Cause I'm a fake bougie-ass podunk redneck kid, yeah.
Fuck! Did they find a Waffle House with a 100% white staff?
Probably in a very
Alabama?
like, rural white town somewhere.
Yeah, there's towns where like
yeah, like
I've
And
just
this is
never
like-
experienced.
This
you know,
is
I'm
an
not
insane staff level too. So like, this is obviously not just like Kid
This isn't a
Rock.
band, yeah.
Kid Rock didn't just walk into the Waffle House and do an impromptu photo because there's never fucking 20 fucking people working
No.
at the damn Waffle House.
yeah. Just usually, I imagine it's probably like
There's
6 or
a-
The
7.
whole ass staff showed up to
At
fucking
best.
take this picture.
At best, 3 of these people at a time, and that's at best.
I
Usually,
feel
it's
bad
2.
for this dude who all you see
Oh,
is
really?
like his hat
Ugh.
sticking up and he's like,
You know what? And looking at that, that might be the one black employee.
Jimbo, why don't you go on back to the back?
You're pretty tall, Jimbo. Head to the back.
Go on back now.
I mean, maybe it is.
To the back now. Get on back there, Jimbo.
There's a guitar back there too. What the hell?
New Day. They even wearing the Waffle House
Damn.
fucking fans.
Damn,
And
New
there's the
Day
fuck guy taking a
representing.
picture.
Damn, he's hella
New
representing.
Day.
New Day representing now over here. For sure.
Hey,
like,
you know.
I didn't even know they made Waffle House armbands.
Yeah, well now you know.
Damn,
one of
that's
those?
actually kind of cool. I want one.
I mean, yeah.
I'd
why
totally
the
be
fuck
fucking
not,
flexing
bro?
on,
What
some
are they
Waffle House
called?
armbands.
It's not an armband. Like, what are those called?
Scotty used to wear those, didn't you? What's that
No,
shit?
I never wore those. No.
I feel like you
no,
wore
you used
those.
to wear, like, Scotty, I've seen
Well, it's like a hoodie. Oh, it's one of the hoodies that have like,
the
Like-
wrist
like
warmer things that
Yeah.
were
What the
popular
hell
for
was
some-
that, Scotty?
I don't know. I like wearing them.
You should bring that back.
Dude, they were popular in the new metal days, dude. All the dudes were wearing the wrist warmers.
Yeah, dude. And you know, T, if you sweat, dude, you can
I think those are like little sweat
It's
bands.
because they were in the pit rocking out to new metal so hard and they needed to fucking have something
to wipe the sweaties.
You have a little like towel with you, dude. You got like,
Amen. Okay.
It's like a little towel on your wrist, yeah.
So this is Kanye.
He's at a Waffle House
Boy,
too.
And Andre 3000.
Yeah, of course, at a Waffle House, man.
They're all
Chilling
waffling
at
it
the
out.
Waffle House.
Outcast with Kanye, dude. I love it. I love it. I love
Man, a lot of celebrities go to Waffle
This is the
Houses.
Waffle House I want to be at one night. When these three dudes walk in and then get in a fist fight with one of the employees or something, that would be amazing.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful. There's nothing more beautiful than that.
You know what the funny thing is like
yes.
Andre 3000 is a dude that nobody ever sees. Like, I hardly ever see Andre 3000, but I would recognize him in a second anywhere. I'd be like, holy shit, it's Andre 3000.
That's cool. Here is the cast of Spider-Man Homecoming. That was the first of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
They all decided to go to a Waffle House.
Michael Keaton in it.
Everyone goes to Waffle Houses. This is why it needs to expand.
This is a picture of Tom Holland.
Waffle Houses need to be all over the
A
world.
picture of Tom Holland and others.
Everywhere.
Tom Holland and some, I guess these are some fans or something that showed up.
some fans that took a picture with him.
So these two I recognize from the movies.
That's just like Fat Friend next to him,
Yeah,
right?
this is Fat Friend, who actually is skinny now.
Is he?
Skinny now?
Yeah, that dude lost a shit ton of
Oh,
weight.
man, you know what? He's a fat trader.
You know
And,
what? I can see how he did it.
Fat
because
trader.
He doesn't have a place to sit at the Waffle House feast.
Oh, he's literally
shit.
falling off the edge there, so yeah. And,
Please, can I have this cut out of a spot?
is that the girl? I don't know. Zendaya or whatever? I don't know if that's her.
That's not
if some other
Zendaya.
bitch. I didn't think it was.
It's not.
I don't know. I
This
have no
guy
idea.
plays Flash, right? So he's been.
I don't recognize like any of the actors or anybody. I just
I don't recognize.
I'm like,
these two.
oh.
I don't recognize.
from the Homecoming movie or whatever the fuck it's called. Okay, they're from that.
You haven't been able to
They're
get
celebrities,
one
but they
of
go to
their
Waffle House
names
because
except
Waffle
for
House
Tom
is
Holland.
good.
So this
Tom
is
Holland
like,
and others.
This is like I said. This is a picture.
Like, where's the whole human despair that comes in a Waffle House? There ain't none. Brings people together.
Why is this
People want some beautiful Waffle Houses and delicious ass waffles.
And this picture was like chilling behind a bar or something, and people asked like, "Oh, who's that of?" You would say, "Oh, that's Spider-Man right there."
That's fucking Spider-Man and others.
Yeah, I don't know who the rest of these are. I think there's a bunch of people eating. He just came and ate with them or something, man. He's cool though. I heard he's cool.
Cool, man. I told him walk on the ceiling, Spider-Man, but he wouldn't do it. But that's still cool. Anyway.
Sorry,
A brief history
throwing
of Waffle House.
throwing shade at the whole Spider-Man cast.
No, they're cool. I mean, I'm sure they're all talented people. Whatever. Fucking, we're a fucking comedy podcast. We're fucking less famous than them for whatever.
Fuck that. No, we ain't.
Waffle House was founded on September 5th, 1955, in Avondale Estates, Georgia.
Well, that's why it's so like. That's why there's like Waffle Houses on every block. It started in Georgia. That makes
Is
sense.
Waffle House still standing to this day?
I do not know.
Oh, the original one? Oh, the OG one?
Waffle House.
That'd be cool if the original one's still standing.
After returning from World War II as an USSAC captain, Rogers began his journey in the restaurant business in 1947 as a short order cook at a Toddle House, a now defunct restaurant chain. He worked his way up the business, and by 1949 he became a regional manager. Rogers met Tom Faulkner while buying a house from his Avondale estates. Tom Faulkner was a lawyer that was called to serve in World War II, where he began as an intelligence officer for the Manhattan Project. When he returned from the war, he took over his father's real estate company. The two quickly formed a friendship and eventually went into business together after noticing the recent success of McDonald's. They combined Rogers' restaurant experience and Faulkner's real estate/legal experience to form a restaurant chain. Faulkner suggested they expand Toddle House. However, Rogers felt the chain wasn't proper for the market. Rogers told Faulkner, "You build a restaurant, I'll show you how to run it." He pitched combining the speed of fast food with table service and 24/7 availability. Faulkner suggested naming the restaurant Waffle House as it was a profitable menu item, and its fragile nature was meant to point out to the consumer that the business is dine-in and not carry-out. Although the restaurant opened on, that's a clever way of fucking letting people know that, by the way. Labor Day weekend in 1955 to success, Rogers still continued to work for Toddle House, He sold his interest to Fortner in 1956. After Tuttle House refused to let Rogers buy in, he returned to Waffle House to run restaurant operations. Shortly after, Fortner followed and left his real estate company to manage the now 3 Waffle House locations full-time. With both Rogers and Fortner running the company full-time by the late 1960s, the company's growth accelerated massively, with new stores opening every year. In 2017, both founders died within 2 months of each other. Joe Rogers died on March 3rd at age 97, and Tom died on April 26th at age 98.
Damn, dude, and they fucking founded Waffle House, and they lived to be almost 100.
Yep.
Damn.
Who would have thought that, dude? That they would have been almost made it to 100. And they
Almost made it to
founded the
100, dude. That's
goddamn chain known to man.
Greasiest greasy spoon on the face of the fucking earth.
and it's very delicious from what I understand.
So there is a Chick-fil-A connection.
What?
In the 1960s,
Well, if there's a Chick-fil-A out here and there's this, then why in the fuck aren't there Waffle Houses?
contacted Waffle House to sell his proprietary Chick-fil-A sandwich at Waffle House locations. The company agreed, and Chick-fil-A sandwiches were sold at Waffle House across America. However, a problem quickly became apparent. The Chick-fil-A sandwich was overtaking Waffle House's own items in sales and popularity, prompting Waffle House to abruptly end the deal with Kathy. They're like, fuck you.
Fuck you.
Get your fucking shit out of here. So basically, like, that shit started doing better, and they're like, get it out.
We don't want that.
So sad, TJ.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A's guilty pleasure. It is.
What should be?
I haven't had it in a long time, but yeah, it is kind of guilty pleasure.
2719 East College Avenue in Avondale Estates, Decatur, Georgia.
The first Waffle House, right?
The first Waffle House is now not but a dilapidated and abandoned shack.
Oh no!
With an empty parking lot in a neighborhood that looks like it has mostly like junkyards in it.
Oh, no.
Damn, dude.
Drat, dude. Just drat.
What a sad day. That
Wow.
Wait a minute.
What?
What?
The sign is still up, but it's abandoned. So it's like they've left the sign up as like a little marker that this used to be a man.
We should go buy that shit. Set our podcast there.
Damn.
That would be crazy if we got this little piece of land and we had our shit at the first Waffle House, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Whoa.
Oh man, fuck
If
yeah.
it got really big, we could build in this lot, because we don't need a parking lot this big, an actual Waffle House, but only for us.
Oh yeah.
I like how they're like, ooh. Hey, get us into it.
Every stupid fucker watching this, you gotta make us rich enough to do this shit. Start fucking going.
Hey, as long as you get me involved, I want it on the whole Waffle House.
Like, I don't like it. Shut up and watch it, bitch.
Dude, if you
want to get down a little.
Dude, if
I
you
think the
want
show's juvenile. It's juvenile. Shut up. Their humor is crude and vulgar. They're idiots. I don't care. Watch it. Pry their fucking eyes open. See the truth. See the fucking truth. You know?
Exactly.
That
See the
was one of
fucking
the
truth.
biggest flexes that a rich person ever did.
Gotta
Was when
spread the
remember
word.
Tommy Lee put a Starbucks in his house just for him.
Make it rich enough to buy that lot.
Didn't Bill Gates have like a McDonald's or something?
I think so,
I can't remember.
He did some crazy ass shit, dude. It's Bill Gates.
Bill Gates.
Who the fuck is this big old potato?
Waffle House has a long history of supporting conservative Republicans. In 2012, Waffle House donated over $100,000 to American Crossroads, a super PAC founded by Carl
That's
Rove.
just a Cali thing.
I can't hear you. Sorry.
Waffle House donated $50,000 to Restore Our Future, a super PAC created to boost Mitt Romney's 2012 presidential bid.
Sorry, man. This whole part.
Might as well flush that money down the fucking toilet. Should have used that to restore your fucking vaunted original location.
Yeah, no
Right?
shit.
Fuck. I guess these business people, they're not usually very sentimental.
No.
In their home state of Georgia, Waffle House supported congressional Republicans for many decades. The company's vice president, Don Balfour, was the longest-serving Republican in the history of the Georgia Senate. So there you go.
It's a museum.
Is it?
I just
turned
looked.
into a museum?
I dropped it on the Street View, and it's the official Waffle House museum, dude.
So that means
What?
we can get it.
What?
Fuck.
I want to go
It's
to the
a
Waffle House
museum?
Museum, though.
Yeah, we should go to the Waffle House Museum for sure.
It doesn't look like it's hopping.
Oh.
So you could probably
people
go
are
any old
pretty
time.
It's fine. I think I actually have looked into this before. I didn't know it was at the original location, but if you go to their website, I think there's actually, like, it says something about the Waffle House Museum on here somewhere.
What does it?
Museum. Yeah.
There's an auto
located
place
at the site
right
where
next- Yeah.
Joe Rogers Sr. and William Faulkner opened the first Waffle House. The Waffle House Museum captures the spirit and history of the 24-hour chain. The museum includes a recreation of the first restaurant Joe and Tom opened on Labor Day 1955 and is filled with more than 60 years of Waffle House memorabilia.
Whoa.
It's been featured in Southern Living magazine. Due to the ongoing COVID pandemic, we are currently not conducting any tours.
Oh, fuck.
Boo!
Boo! Boo!
Being fucking afraid of COVID.
Pussies.
Fuck
Come on.
COVID. Boo!
Republicans, you don't even think it's real. Shut up. Open the fucking museum. So here's the Waffle House shooting.
What? The
3
what?
years later, timeline of Travis re-inking case. What the fuck is my phone keep fucking vibrating for? God damn it.
TJ.
Stop it, you fucking piece of
What are
shit.
you doing, TJ?
You're distracting me.
Maybe you made it.
All of us, TJ.
Maybe you hit it rich or got canceled or something.
Yeah, who knows?
Doesn't seem that way. It seems like it's like fucking.
Or it could be telemarketers.
Camera keeps going off because Sal is like running past the fucking camera. Every time he does.
Oh, you're getting
It's been
dry.
3 years since the gunman shot and killed 4 people at an Antioch Waffle House. Blah blah blah. Anyway, he killed a bunch of people. But I got fights, so let's watch those. Yeah,
Oh my god, wow, just skim right over that, okay.
And the shit that, well, I'm sure they will be, because we didn't really get
Yeah, there was a shooting that happened here, a bunch of people died. Anyway, here's a bunch of fights, like, okay.
Yeah.
Damn, no.
2 mental breakdowns, but we didn't see a fist fight. So.
Right.
So this is a employee. Yeah, we'll just watch them.
Huge fight.
Employee versus employee. Yeah.
Whoa!
Damn.
Damn! Whoa, 2 employees are going at it?
Square it up.
Whoa, what even happened?
Attention here.
Yo!
This is actually why Waffle House usually only has 2 people working in it, because when you get this many Waffle House employees together, this is gonna happen.
Really?
Throw down like this is just inevitable, bro.
What the fuck?
In one place, you know what I mean?
Yeah, too many people, too many losses.
How bad? Oh my god.
Lose in one fucking place at one fucking time, you know?
I've seen some altercations before between employees, but never like this. Are they going into the fucking freezer? What is happening? Oh my god.
I hope this person with the camera has the fucking...
That was like some Family Guy shit, like, you know, Peter and the chicken, like, fighting in, you know, like, and they just keep going into different, like, scenes. What is happening here? Yo, this is like a whole, oh my god, there's a tug of war on somebody. Is that a manager? There's a manager involved in the fight, too. Holy fuck.
Waffles are flying!
Waffles are flying.
WWE should totally have a Waffle House match. That'd be awesome.
Yo, this, what the fuck?
They haven't at some point.
I know,
Is this why they only have like 2 or 3 employees at a time? Jesus.
But I'm telling you,
How is this a common occurrence? What happens? What's going on?
there's a word
Yo.
that is used, but like 99.9% of the times when it's used, it's not actually used descriptively. It's used kind of like, you know, it's overused. It's overstated. That word is pandemonium.
Yeah.
Pandemonium.
This is pandemonium.
It is. It's just a free-for-all. It's like everyone in the Waffle House is trying to fight.
People are throwing plates. Who knows who's involved at this point? Like,
I don't even think they're sides anymore. I think it's like, punch whoever's nearest you.
Let me punch him.
You are now in a fucking free-for-all.
It's just a literal
I think it starts
free-for-all.
turning to people's tables. I start fighting with people. It's obviously like you're bumping into me
Oh my god, it's just an employee walking away like, I'm done, bye. Oh shit! Whoa! What is?
Fuck.
Damn!
Was abject,
pure pandemonium. That was chaos.
Flying,
holy
food
shit!
flying, people flying.
What the hell? Bosch is trying to play.
Bosch, what are you doing?
What the fuck?
Yeah, Bosch.
Yeah, Bosch. What the hell?
Walk off with that shit. We don't need that right now.
Oh shit! Uh-oh.
Get out of my face. Get out of my face. Get out my face.
And see, this is the other thing that happens. So, in Waffle House, there's the angst that brews between employees, which, as you saw in that last one.
So I need to like make sure I go at Waffle House where it's sparsely employed and empty.
Customer angst.
Well, this looks like late night after the party. It looks like the waffle involvement.
Oh, there's a waffle involvement. Oh shit. Oh damn! He nearly got him on the ground.
That Waffle House dude actually was standing up pretty good there.
Damn.
I guess that maybe works at Waffle House. He's been.
I mean, he's been trained. He's a veteran, dude. That guy was a vet in the Waffle House front lines.
I had to guess.
He had to fight in the front house, like the Waffle House front lines, dude.
Another employee fight. Someone's trying to break it up. Don't do it. Don't fight.
Why would you want to break that up? Just let it happen, man.
Piece of chance, baby. Come on.
Come on now.
I can't even see.
Let cooler heads prevail.
I couldn't even see that one.
Damn.
Those two got pissed at each other, man. They were doing more like just like the grab, and she was just grabbing.
What's going on here?
Oh, I saw this one recently.
Hey, get over this counter, you're going to jail.
Oh, I've seen this one. It's like a Karen going off. Is she just kind of casually eating her food while all this is going on? Like, yeah, I guess this is, you know.
I loved it when I watched this video because this is actually captures a little closer what it's like to be at a Waffle House, because the food sitting in front of you, despite this insanity going on, is hella good. Hella tasty. So you're eating it anyway. Like,
you're just like, well, there's a fight breaking out. I'm okay, this is too good.
I mean, they all look the same.
They all look the same, so it's impossible to tell.
Oh shit, they're about to square up.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Dude, look, it's got that little weird bar thing at the end of the fucking thing.
Yeah, this might be ours.
Fucking Waffle House fights straight up happen often. What? How? Alright, now it's just a grapple match.
It's more of a grapple.
So I'm finna get my food still though.
It's like tap. At this point, just tap out, bro.
You still gotta give me my food, right? Motherfuckers are just like, yeah, alright, I'm getting my food.
They're just like, alright, I'm just gonna keep ordering my food, I guess.
Yeah, you gotta get a drink because that woman would not give us drinks no matter what.
And then the fucking cook stepped to me, but then I just redirected his hate back at that bitch that he really hated.
Like, she didn't do her job. He's like, yes, fucking did.
What? That fucking bitch? Because he was about to fucking be like, what are you doing back here? And I was like, dude, she ain't even got us our drinks yet, man. We just
I'm starting to see where the human despair is coming in on Waffle House now.
Dude.
I'm starting to see it.
He's like, what? That fucking bitch? It's like, yeah.
There's a lot of fist fights and shit happening in these places.
Oh, fuck. Shirts off. Yeah, shirts off.
Oh, dude, shirts off.
In the Waffle House, though? Why not in the fucking parking lot?
If you're gonna if you're getting to this point, go out to the parking lot, right? They ain't even doing nothing. Come on.
Come on.
Yeah, they weren't even doing shit. That was some, yeah, that was a little bit pussy shit.
Posture bullshit.
That was faking.
Oh my god.
Bubba gumptious motherfucker. This shirt got ripped up. Oh, fuck. He's about to lose his pants, too.
Oh, damn.
This is crazy.
Man, why is this 2-on-1 right now?
Damn, double team, too.
2-on-1,
Why
man.
is this 2-on-1 right now?
Damn.
Yeah, damn.
2-on-1.
I like how they're all fat, though.
All's fair in love of war.
Oh my shit.
Oh, damn. Just knocked him down.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. His ass is hanging out now.
It is.
Oh, fuck.
The way it was fucking.
Oh, fuck.
The way it was like, oh, it's like going
Took
down.
you underground now.
Oh my god.
Dude, everybody's drunk.
Yeah, this is a drunk. This is some drunk.
It's like some drunk fighting shit.
The floor is wet. No, never mind.
Oh, there's wet floor sign too? Jesus.
Face.
this point.
Yeah, they're like, we're locking the door. Hey, that proves they can lock the door. She's like, nope.
We do close when there's blood all over the floor.
When people try to kill each other, we do
Dude, that
close.
shit was crazy. That
What
fat
the
guy
fuck?
was going he went toe to toe with both of those dudes.
Damn, and dude, I mean, you know, I'll have to give it up to him, man. He stood up.
With 2 senior citizens in a Waffle House? What the
Wait,
fuck?
2 seniors?
Oh, dude, come on, you're friends with old people. Oh, shit.
Oh shit! A chair got swung.
Come on.
Look at the dude. And see, this is what I'm talking about. Pause it real quick, TJ. This is what I'm talking about. Look at the people in the restaurant. Nobody's getting up to leave. Everybody's gonna finish that waffle.
Everyone's finishing their damn waffles before they leave.
Swinging a chair 3 feet from this dude, and he's not even getting up.
He's not even budging, bro.
If this happens at the Waffle House, you don't get up. You don't fucking start doing it unless you're gonna be part of the fight.
Yeah, I mean, if someone knocks your food off your plate, though, then you might
Like,
jump
hey,
in.
motherfucker, you just fucking messed
It's
up.
like someone grabs your plate of food and just chucks at someone. Then it's like, oh, it's on now, bitch.
You know?
It's like a fucking like PvP match in Waffle House, bro. It's like you gotta be prepared.
All right, now. Settle on down now.
Simmer down.
It's like
so the last thing
Jesus.
we have is rapper Young Greatness killed in shooting at New Orleans Waffle House.
Damn.
Damn, dude.
I never heard of Young Greatness.
This is Young Greatness. He was an emerging rapper, Paul. He was
An up and coming.
Probably why he was.
And then he got put down.
He was
Damn.
emerging. He emerged a little bit. He got shot. His immersion, you know.
Oh, the Elysian Fields Avenue Waffle House. Okay.
I'm sure now that he's a little bit more popular now and he's
so
dead.
Not too shocking. He was
Usually
killed there.
happens.
R.I.P. Fucking Young Greatness. Never got to be old greatness, I guess. Never got to emerge fully.
See, the thing is, though,
He did become old greatness. He was just
number
young.
80, he had a song that was number 85 on the Billboard Top 100, so
I
we
mean,
have a little bit of something going on.
I guess yeah, a little something going,
I've heard
yeah.
of YG, but I've never heard of Young Great. I didn't know it stood for Young Greatness.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know, Paul. I don't know.
But
You don't know
anyway,
Paul?
yeah,
Anyway, yeah, that's Waffle House.
Damn.
The whole point is like you may die going to a Waffle House.
Oh my,
and-
yeah, I guess. Holy shit.
Of course.
You might, yeah, you know, you really honestly might get some hands thrown at a fucking Waffle House. Like, Jesus Christ. I see where the human despair comes in when they were saying this at the very beginning of this. Jesus, oh my God. Holy I'm kind of a little shocked now. It's like, man, I hear so much deliciousness and greatness, and I guess that's still true. But it's like, what type of energy is there for such shit to happen on such an occurrence? Like, oh my God. I mean, I've seen some angst and some shit myself, but never on a level like that. I don't even think even like, you know, half of what that level could even be. You know, it's like, I'm like, whoa, not even at a fast food joint. I mean, I've seen some like, you know, there's been some shit that's happened, but like, again, never like that. I usually only hear about it. It's like, damn. It's like, the fuck. What's like? I mean, at least for the employee angst, maybe, I don't know, pay them more fairly. That probably would help. I imagine that would probably, you know, be at least one issue that's probably going on there. That'd probably help with the angst aspect of things. And for customers, well, wow, I don't know. I guess that's just the crowd they attract. Holy shit! I just want to enjoy like the All-Star Special. That's all I want, man. With some extra hash browns on the side, bro. That's all I ever want, bro. I don't want to like have to like, you know, go in there and all of a sudden there's like a fist fight beginning and some shit, chairs are swinging, waffles are flying. like holy God, no. I just want an All-Star, bro. That's all I want. So I want the All-Star Special, man. That's all I ever wanted out of Waffle House. I mean, I just want to go once. That's it. I just want it to be a nice, pleasant experience. I don't need chairs swinging and waffles flying. We don't need none of that. We're good. Wow, I did not realize that was such a thing. I mean, I know like fast food joints have like their angst and shit, but wow, I don't think I've seen like a fast food joint have that much angst. Well, zook off, sweet little boy. Anyway, got another little word down here, so let's go through the whole thing. I have to go here now in bed. No. That sucks. Boo. I don't want it. But alas, I got it. Boo. Anyway, I'll call it good for the good little bit of the afternoon. Be back later tonight as per usual and all that fun shit. So, peace out for now, and I'll be around for that next one.